Sometimes calls come at the worst times. Hey, buddies. I'm not talking to you. No, I'm talking to you too, but I'm also talking to these guys. I'm not talking to this guy over here, though. You know what you did. Just a fun and exciting way to start this episode. I hadn't planned on it. Figured it would just be a normal one. So, yeah. Greetings and welcome back to a fun and exciting episode of the Vodkast, buddies of mine. Let's talk about my hair for a minute. I'm going to get some water real quick. Honestly, I couldn't be more excited about this episode because it's already been done for me once, and I want to prove that individual wrong. These are the new Nutty Buddy Creme Pies, which sound like the most amazing thing on the planet to me. It almost sounds like it could overthrow the funny bone as one of my favorite treats, because we're going to try an original Nutty Buddy first, just so we can get a flavor for it, a feel for it, a mouth feel for it. A nice way of starting things off today. Then we're going to compare it to a Nutty Buddy, which got a 4 on Jessica's scale. So, yeah. And by the way, thank you guys for coming to visit again. I'm going to say that in every episode this year, just because it literally has made my year. Not that life itself hasn't made my year. I feel like, you know, this year started on like a meh, and then it was just like meh, and then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why am I opening this? It's already open for me. She snuck one of these out. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can do it too. Then I'm going to return the package to the store and be like, there's none in here. I don't know what happened, and just tape it shut. I wouldn't do that. That's very dishonest. I would never do a dishonest thing like that. I would never rob from the rich to give to the poor. Oh, wait. As I'm opening this up, let me see if I can do two things with one bird. I've got a few things I want to share with you today that are just totally off course. The only reason why I'm doing this today is because, good God, I couldn't speak there for a minute. It was like I turned into robot form. This is a nightmare to open. I think Jess's idea of using a knife, if I had the knife of destiny, I would use it and bust this open, but I don't, so I'm going to go through the process, and while I do that, let's take a quick break. My fingers are getting a little tired there, so I wanted to show you something else I found. This is exciting because I already love these to begin with. I don't care if it's the store brand or Snyder's or whoever's name is on here, but when I saw Reese's, I was like, oh, shit, damn. And then I bought them, which is not something I would normally do, but I was splurging, okay? I was hungry, and I happened to have actually a gift certificate there. So if ye were the giver of said, then thank ye, Cy. Yeah, we'll try those on another episode. Today we're doing the Nutty Buddy Challenge. Is it just as good, or could it be better than the original? I don't know. This is my month I was going to take off, but every time I think I can get out, they pull me right back in again. I'm not supposed to talk about them. Okay, so here's the original. Here is the cream pie. Now, I love like moon pies, the banana one. They're a little waxy. That's my only problem with those. But a few years ago, they had a Christmas tin on clearance after Christmas that just had, I think, the normal moon pies in it, or it might have been vanilla, or I don't know what the hell it was. But it came in this canister, and I kept the canister, and I don't know why. It's probably still got them in it, to be honest. No, I think I tried one like a year ago, and I was like, oh, that's not good anymore. I don't want to eat that. Okay, let's start with the original Nutty Buddy. This is the greatest little treat in the world. I think it might have been one of the first outside of Hostess products that I liked as a kid, and I discovered it in school because I saw someone else eating it, and I asked my mother to get it. And then, so it wasn't my first introduction to chocolate peanut butter, but it was probably my first introduction to chocolate peanut butter and wafers. So we're going to take a little bite of this, and we'll start this review off. You guys ready? You guys ready? I knew you'd be ready, so here we go. Gotta be careful how you do that. Sorry about that. I just forgot how good they are. Sometimes I'll buy knockoffs if I find them in different versions, just to see if somewhere out there there's a knockoff like that can compete with the actual slut herself, Little Debbie. Always peddling her wares around town with her little bonnet. The moment I know I've been waiting for, I don't know if everybody's been waiting for, but if you're like me, I've been looking, there's a little funny story behind this. There's actually a picture. I'll share it with you now. My wife sent me this picture. I thought, knowing that those were the Nutty Buddy cream pies that I was looking for the last few weeks. But no, she said she came around the corner. She felt like somebody was staring at her, like a little kid or something. And then she turned around and realized it was the Little Debbie sign. I was like, did you get them? And she's like, get what? I was just like, those are the things I've been looking at. And she figured it out. And she was right there anyway, so she went back in and got them. So thank you, Carol, for getting these so that I might try them today, this morning of buddies. Here we go. All right, I'm ready to talk now. I would not say they are 4. That's unreasonable. I would give, oh man, I don't know. I love the distribution of flavor in here, the amount of peanut butter, where it is closer to the surface. I think it's supposed to be in the middle, but I think one of these may have been thinner than the other. It just shined through very successfully, in my opinion. I was informed that this peanut butter was more liquidy, I guess. Its viscosity was thinner than it appears to be in here. This seems like a light peanut butter, not like a super dense peanut butter. I don't know. Like, definitely it's not a Nutty Buddy. So you can't go into this. I'm not going to put that back in there. I'm going to eat it at some point today. I'm going to treat myself. Oh, I'm going to treat myself so good. I think Jess is out of her mind. I'd give them a 7.5. They are above average. I would go so far as to say, awesome. Yeah, that's how good I think they are. I think they're pretty awesome. And I think maybe somewhere in the middle lies the truth, because I love the texture feel of this in my mouth. It's got that thunkiness. If you've ever watched any of my reviews, I know I've talked about it a million times. How there are certain, like, even gummy bears that, like, are more chewy and less pliable. We're going to hear an alarm in a minute. I'm just warning you, okay? And then there's the other ones that your teeth just kind of thunk through. Fudge would be a great example of a nice teeth-mouth thunky feel. The jaw, the feeling, the muscles it gives. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I'm not a hypnotist.
Echo, stop. Echo, stop. Echo, stop.
Now I just need to remember that I have a laundry timer that's not coming anymore, because I had some laundry built up because it was my birthday. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I just turned 50 last week. If you haven't seen any of those episodes, let me start with this one here. This is me, my friend Jess, Corey, and Frank. Frank and Jess and Herbie, as a matter of fact. That's Jessica's lover. They drove down, and it's a little bit of us beforehand. I didn't know they were coming. And then there's another video that I will share. Hopefully it's been long enough, and we'll put it in the cards now, that will lead you to the party that Jess started a live stream at. And at first I was like, what are you doing? And then I was like, that's brilliant. Do it. Yes. And it was fantastic, and it was hilarious, and my kids and their friends came in at the end. And I want to publicly apologize for the live stream, because there is a moment where there's a public execution. So I wanted to apologize, because that might get out there, and I don't know. I hope it doesn't cause any negativity. It was all done in play, in role-playing, in fun, in jest. It wasn't Dungeons & Dragons' fault either. Don't blame them. It's just the way they are. And you love people just the way they are. And I love you just the way you are. So I hope you know that. I hope everybody out there who's watching this and listening knows that I may not know your name. I may know nothing about you. But if you're watching this, or you're not watching this, to be completely honest, all those around the world, I think about people a lot. And I think that's why sometimes it's just hard to go out into the world and see the negativity. It's intolerable. It's almost like a sickness-inducing type fear. I can't explain it. I'm sure a psychologist, a psychiatrist, therapist would be able to help me with that. And that brings us to today's sponsor. No, there's no sponsor. I'd love to be able to tell you that there is one. I have heard that there's a lot of good ones online nowadays. I don't want to shoot out any names and affiliate the Vodkast with a company that eventually turns out to be, sex traffickers or something like that. It's been known to happen. I barely recovered in 2011. Yeah, go watch those videos. The litigations were coming out of the woodwork, let me tell you. Oh, shit. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoy this. I mean, if given the choice now between the two, I know I'm rambling on here 12 minutes now, but I don't know. It's one of those things that I will never not want to do this. So if you have any fear that one day I'm going to be like, I'm done, which it may come to that, in 10 more years or something. But right now, I have a blast with this. And even when I tell myself I'm going to take a month off, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to space it out. So today, instead of just being like, I got to do that today, I was just like, I can do it today or I can do it tomorrow. This isn't like, it's not my job. I wish it was. I would love for this right now, what I'm doing, talking to you guys, to be my job. Adult Mr. Rogers style, if you will. It would be, almost like apples and oranges at this point. Yes, the flavors are almost identical, but this gives me something totally different than this gives me. So any given day, I could go with either one of them. But right now, in this moment, I actually dig the texture of this better, even though you would expect it to be over here. There's just something about the quantity, the thickness of these that just does it for me. It is not a Nutty Buddy, though. There's no, wafers in this, which is unfortunate. And if there is, I didn't detect them. With my teeth, mouth, gums, lips, tongue, throat, belly. Just so you know. Or all of my olfactory. Let's just go with the nose, too. Anywho, if you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider subscribing to the channel? It would be an honor for me to have you. I would really appreciate it. We are currently on the road to 1,000. We are almost there. We've got, another 280 something, which sounds like a lot, but I think we can do it in the year if we push the channel out there. And I know a lot of you guys have been doing a lot, and I appreciate it, all you guys who shared this on Facebook and other social media sites on my birthday. That was the greatest, the second greatest gift I could have asked for. The first one I got was my friends coming to visit. So, just go watch one of those videos. They tell a tale of a man who turned 50. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. Tomorrow, let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more peanut butter chocolatey together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, but never let your inner child die. Oh, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. I don't know, to 51, I guess, or the next, whatever this is. This is like a transitionary period. We're getting there. We'll get to something, and then it's going to be like, oh, there it is. There's the next 10 years. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Got any suggestions? Put them in the comments below. Do no harm. Take care of each other. And I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. I already said that, didn't I? Sorry about that. Here, let me put my glasses on. Oh.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.